My name is Jimmy Ong, and I've been a golf coach since 1994. I'm a PGAM member of Malaysia, and I had my training in basically two countries. I started off in Australia, and that was back in 89 to 91. That 3 years was pretty much focusing on physical education. So my first degree was in physical education. Then when I came back to Malaysia, I was teaching at Uplands in Penang. Shortly after, then golf was starting to pick up in Southeast Asia. So my dad said, hey, why don't you pack your bag, let's head off to US and specialize in golf. So that's what I did. So I went off to the States, and close to 2 years I was studying golf at this place called Professional Golfers Career College, which was located in Rancho, California in Temecula. Experience in the US kind of helped me understand a lot better about golf, and when I came back, I joined Palm Garden in 1994. I was fortunate because before I went to the States, I had already been educated in how to teach, and that physical education background helped me when I was in the US, because then I could appreciate how systems work. So the systems that were there was very helpful. We had top-notch instructors, tutors at the college which were either former champions or they actually coached champions. So the way that they taught, it made a lot of sense, and I could actually gain a lot of knowledge from them. When I came back from the experience that I had from physical education and from what I had picked up in the US about the system, then I created my own that was simplified so that a beginner could understand. So it's all based on building proper fundamentals. You need to learn it right the first time. If you were to jump and just go straight to the range, do the full shots, then this probably is not the place to go and learn it. You can actually do it on yourself, and you can pick it up from YouTube. But if you want to get your foundation solid, then I feel it's very important as an educator to lay the foundation right. All these basics, whatever skills that's being taught, it should be incorporated with drills, and the instruction should be very clear. Well, back then in the 90s, we didn't have like what we have now with YouTube. So social media at that time was pretty much people had to refer to newspapers or golf magazines. So these were the medium in which we actually tried to reach out to people that are interested in golf. So Nanyang Siang Pau came on board. We were writing weekly articles, and those articles were brief intro to the different techniques of the game, including course management. So those that were experienced players, they could actually appreciate the content and say, oh, okay, it's not just purely for beginners. They just talk a little bit about how to manage our game on the golf course. My golf motto will be to always learn it right the first time. Basics are very, very important, because if you don't have proper basics, it's just like life without principles, then it's always going to be like a vessel without a direction, and you just be going all around. I'm a certified Wally Armstrong golf instructor, and I had this exposure when I was in the States. At that time, there was a lot of new systems coming into play. One of it was natural golf, and natural golf by Mo Norman, and Jack Kendall at that time was promoting natural golf. So that was a time where we could see there was a lot of changes in the way that people saw and taught golf. With Wally Armstrong, it was very interesting because he used household appliances like brooms and things which like hula hoops to highlight how the swing works. And that, to me, that time I had not much exposure in golf. It clicked. It made me feel like, oh, okay. If I can understand that, I think a lot of other people can actually understand it too. So Wally Armstrong gave me the first contact on how to teach golf, like, without making it too serious, but at the same time being able to use drills. Drills for him will be using equipment and other tools of the house. And for me now, I simplify it with drills that you don't even need equipment. So that's how it works. I was fortunate enough to be invited by Gutty to actually do a blind test on the golf ball. And I tested it out with other brands along with some of my students, and we did like long drive, short approaches, short game like putting, even chipping and pitching, and found that in terms of the performance across the board, Gutty ball actually came up at the top. I'm not saying that it will work for the fast players, those that are long hitters, but we're just talking about on average, the casual social player, that ball is fantastic for the price range and for what it can offer.